I'm Leslie with Usborne Books and More, and I'm going to talk about a few of our super standout books from our January 2018 release. First, we've got a couple new Shine-a-Light books, At the Hospital, and the other one is At the Farm. This one is absolutely amazing to me because it talks about a mom that is going to the hospital to have a baby, and then a girl that's going to the hospital to have surgery. So it touches back on their stories back and forth, and also talks about a few other things that happen in the hospital: x-rays, laundry, playroom. This is the perfect gift for anybody that's in the hospital, anyone that is going to have a surgery in the hospital, anyone who's going to become a sibling. I just think it's so brilliant of them to come out with that. Shine-a-Light book, flashlight book. Next, we've got some activity books for kids with anxiety and depression. No Worries, an activity book for young people who sometimes feel anxious or stressed, and Hello Happy for young people who sometimes feel sad or angry. So it gives them an opportunity to write down their fears. Here's my bugbears. Bugbears are things that annoy or irritate you. Write them down and then imagine them flitting away off into the forest. So these books aren't just for the kids, they're also for the parents too, which I just think is really smart. Next, we've got my first drumming book, which I grabbed this as soon as it came on the website for my 3-year-old son. And like Usborne's awesome sound books, it's touch sensitive, and it has an on-off switch. So how this one works is it gives you the pattern of the drums that you would play, and you practice doing the beat. These letters on the side are the songs that you would play along with. So first it plays the beat, and then it plays the music, and you continue to do the beat along with that. So, hey, I'm pretty good. Oh, I missed one. Anyway, my 3-year-old son gets the concept of this, and I love hearing him play. He picks it up all the time and starts to play with it. It's really, really great. Next, we have a book called Boy, about a boy named Boy, and he can't hear. They don't use the term deaf in this book. They just talk about how he can't hear and that he talks with dancing hands. A king and a dragon are fighting, and this little boy can't understand why they're fighting. And finally, he writes down in the sand with a sword, "Why are you fighting?" King blames the dragon. He burned our forest. The dragon is like, "I'm so sorry, I just sneezed." And so they realize that they're fighting for no reason. And it's just a beautiful book about how kids are sometimes smarter than adults, and it's a great conversation starter. And I just think this book is just really, really special, and it's definitely one of my favorites from this release. Next, we've got Ava's Spectacular Spectacles, about a girl who doesn't like to wear glasses. Do you know anybody like that? So this very smart teacher comes and shows her how, if Little Red Riding Hood was wearing her glasses, she would have seen that it was the big bad wolf and not Granny. Humpty Dumpty wouldn't have fallen off the wall, and frankly, all of the king's soldiers and all the king's men would have been able to put Humpty Dumpty back together again if they were wearing their glasses. So again, I just think that's another brilliant release from Usborne. And then finally, this one's getting a lot of praise. It's called I Say Ooh, You Say Ah, and it's super fun, read aloud book. You want to read this with as many kids as you can. When I say ooh, the kids, you say ah. And then when you see red, hit your head. And when they see ants, they have to say underpants. And of course, what book is not a hit that involves underpants? So huge crowd pleaser. You want to read this in a classroom. You want to read this on a play date. And it will get the kids busting up laughing. So that's why those are my favorite standout books from Usborne's January 2018 release.